Are you worried about the state of the Minecraft community on YouTube? Well, my guest today on the Friends of the Server podcast has a message for you. What is up, my people? My name is Stifflered, and welcome back to the cafe, where we talk about tools, tips, and tricks to take your Minecraft creations to the next level. Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of the Friends of the Server podcast. This is episode number 6, and oh my goodness, guys. It seems like every week I get more and more excited. Every week has just been fantastic, and this week is no exception. I have had the opportunity and the honor to interview somebody that I think you all are going to enjoy, as I think you all enjoy most of the people that I interview. Today's topic of conversation on the interview island is a little bit different than the other episodes. Normally, I like to chat about Minecraft servers and tips for server owners and tricks and tools and you know the drill. But today we actually just talked about the Minecraft community and what is going on in the YouTuber side of things and with creators. Is the community healthy? And is there anything that creators can do to help keep our community going strong? This conversation actually started about a week ago when another video was created called The State of the Minecraft Community on a YouTube channel, which I will leave a link to in the description in the show notes. And so I got to chat today with another YouTuber. He has about 60,000 subscribers, and he had some things to say about that video that was published a week ago. I want to be clear that I really did enjoy that video, The State of the Minecraft Community, and it spoke to me in different ways, and it caught my attention and brought some things to my mind that I hadn't really considered too much before, and some things that I had considered all too often. But hearing my guest's thoughts on those points and seeing his perspective and the areas that he disagreed, I think is super important. We've got to have this conversation. If we're going to have a thriving community, we need to start talking about these hard subjects and make sure that people are feeling good and they're feeling fulfilled and excited about all the hard work that they are putting towards creating Minecraft content, whether that's on YouTube or a server or mini maps or plugins or whatever it might be. We all want to make sure that we've got a nice, strong community to back it up. Wherever you're listening from, whether it's Spotify or Google Play, iTunes, YouTube, or even the brand new setup for Friends of the Server on iHeartRadio, I hope that you enjoy this podcast, and I am looking forward to hearing what you think in the comments and reviews and in the emails that you send to me. Last couple of things to mention here. One is that, of course, as you already know, this podcast is brought to you by you, the supporters and the patrons on my Patreon page. You can find me on Patreon, patreon.com/Stifflered. And by supporting, you help to make sure that I can keep making podcasts like this one and interviewing excellent guests to give you the knowledge that you need to succeed. In fact, if you think that you would like to be a guest here on the Interview Island, then you should send me an email. Head to friendsoftheserver.com, and at the bottom of that page, there is a contact form where you can message me and let me know that you would like to be interviewed. Or maybe you don't want to be interviewed, but you know somebody that I should interview, in which case, fill out that form. But that is all that I have to say here in the intro, guys. Let's head over to the Interview Island with our friend PandaFire11. What is up, my people? Welcome back to the Interview Island. It is a pleasure to be here, as it always is. And I have such an exciting guest here with me today. Guys, like, seriously, don't freak out too much when you hear who I have on this island with me today, because this is super rad and I'm super pumped. And who is it but PandaFire11, PandaFire11. Panda, how's it going, man? Welcome to the island.
What's going on, man?
Hey, Panda, aka Austin, aka the Extraordinary Panda. He is a YouTuber who, man, you've actually got a pretty cool channel going on over there. You've got like 60,000 subscribers, so I wouldn't be surprised if someone.
Yeah, I think we're getting there. We're like, what, 58, 59, somewhere around there?
Yeah, man, that's pretty dope. That's pretty fantastic. And I actually just found out because Miss Chupacabri on Twitter retweeted a message, but we're gonna get into all that here in just a little bit. But first and foremost, Panda, again, thanks so much for being here. And could you just tell my audience, just in case some people don't know who you are out there in Spotify, iTunes, and iHeartRadio, all these places, can you tell my people who you are and what you do?
So first up, thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it. So I'm just a Minecraft YouTuber. I do anything from role plays when I'm feeling it to SMPs, just other videos with my girlfriend in general, just stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I just do what I enjoy as I enjoy it on Minecraft. As my personal taste changes, I go ahead and change with it.
Yeah, that's rad. That's super rad. And I mean, that's the life of a YouTuber, right? Is you always have to be ready to adapt to yourself and to everything around you. So I feel you. You mentioned your girlfriend. You guys do YouTube together. Do you want to give her a little plug?
Yeah, so her name is MoondustBri. Make sure you go check her out. I think she's getting close to 17K. I'm so proud of her. So make sure you guys go check her out. Follow her Twitter. She does a lot of art stuff. You guys can commission her for skins too.
Sweet. Oh, that's sweet. I might have to get in touch with her. I mean, my skin's all right.
She's really good.
I could use a little bit more.
I should have worn one of her skins to this.
Oh.
See, I'm not very good at this whole plug thing.
Shoot. Dang, man. Well, you can apologize to her later.
Yeah, I have to make it up to her somehow.
You know, this actually brings up a question because I was watching in a little video of yours, little series. You guys do the Seashell SMP series together, and you guys were talking about like you might be role playing that you're dating. Is that true? Are you guys really dating, or are you just role playing this whole thing?
Oh, controversy. Nah, we're actually really dating. We get a lot of comments for whatever reason. People ask like, "Oh, you guys really together? You guys really dating in real life? Like, what's going on there?" It's like, nah, we've been dating for almost 4 months. On the 17th, we're celebrating our 4th anniversary, 4th month.
Oh, nice. Man.
I met her back in Mindfair 5 months ago in LA in April. So
wow. Really? That's sweet. I almost went to Mindfair Chicago. I was super bummed I couldn't go, but hey, you found love, man. That's sweet.
Yeah, that's the last thing I expected at a Minecraft convention.
Seriously. No, that's really cool. Well, hey, Panda, we are going to get started here with some of these questions, but as everybody already knows, I always like to take on a little project with my guests. So you and I were chatting a little bit ago about what we can build while we're here today, and I guess we settled on making a little farm here. So
yeah, because I'm not very good at building or anything, so let's settle for the farm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, you can see behind you right now is not. This is nothing special to look at there. We needed to get Bri on here.
Here, I'll show you my house real quick.
Just a hole in the ground. Nice.
House done.
Very nice. Yeah, so we're gonna make a farm, and I'll just kind of lead the way because I'll be, you'll probably be talking a lot, but if I do anything that's lame, super lame, you're just like, hey, dude, change that up, move that around, and I will do that. So, and you guys who are listening in, you'll get to see the finished product. There will be a link in the show notes so you can see the screenshots at the end of this little farm that Panda and I throw together. But let's get into. I'm gonna gather up some materials, and if you want to, just maybe skirt around, dig up all these little goodies here. I'm gonna grab some materials. I'm gonna ask you the very first question. So I actually found out you a week ago, and I found out, like I was mentioning before, Chupacabri. That's Aubrey Norris. She's one of the heads of Minecraft. She retweeted a message that you posted about a reaction to a video called "The State of the Minecraft Community," and I thought it was a great video. Now, and when I say that, what I mean is I thought that it was a great video to exist because we need to have some questions. You know, we got to have this conversation. How is the Minecraft community, right? What is the state of our community? And in that video, they talked about some of the struggles of being a Minecraft YouTuber, of, you know, playing Minecraft in general, of being a creator, and, you know, all of these different struggles and hurdles, and how to build community and get to know people, and all just a lot of stuff. It was a long video, right? And then you responded to it with a really unique perspective that, again, like, I super appreciate it, because we need to have this conversation. Can you tell me, like, how do you feel about YouTubers creating videos that talk about the struggles of being a creator? You know, they're very open, they're vulnerable, and they share honestly about, you know, the struggles of being a creator and what some of the problems are within the community. Is that a bad thing for people to be having a conversation about and being open about as creators?
No, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. Like, one of the main things I preach all the time is honesty and transparency. You never want to lie to your viewers. I mean, eventually your mask is going to come off. You can't lie to your viewers forever. So I think it's definitely a good conversation to have. I disagree with a lot of points in the video, clearly, as you know by my post, but I mean, it was a good video to exist. The questions should be asked and the conversation should be had. But as with anything too, you shouldn't post your opinion out there if you don't expect counter opinions out there, opinions that aren't with you. So you just got to be ready for whatever's going to happen with all of that as well. So I think it's a great to have, and it's a great debate to be out there. But I think it's a great thing to happen, to be honest.
Yeah. You know, this video, it really did. It got super honest, and I know that there were some people who might have been a little bit harsh. I thought that your response to it was really fair, but I know that some people might have taken it a little bit further than maybe it necessarily needed to go. I'm not really sure, but you're actually saying that as a YouTuber, as a creator, you just need to be ready for that anyway.
Yeah, I mean, as a YouTuber, if you've been doing YouTube for any amount of time, you know comments are going to come like that, just hateful comments that, to be honest, don't really make a lot of sense. Like, and there's a lot of unfair criticism out there on YouTube, of course, from the comment section. I mean, it's going to happen. It's part of it. Yeah. No matter what you do, it's going to happen.
Yeah. So we're going to get into some more about what that video, like the content of that video, right? And what the state of the Minecraft community is. But before we do that, I want to know, how has the community changed since you first got involved as a creator? And I guess before that, how long have you been a creator? How long have you been a YouTuber?
So I've been on YouTube for 7 years, if you count my old channel. I had a channel before this. That was really bad. But we had a channel before this. I did it for 7 years, for a year before I did this new channel, PandaFire11, which is Duck, obviously. And I've been doing on this channel for 6 years.
Nice. And how long have you been sticking with the Minecraft content?
It's been Minecraft ever since I got on PandaFire11.
Nice. All right.
My first channel was actually me recording with a tripod in the back of my room off of my TV, like Call of Duty or something like that.
Yeah. Hey, you got to make it happen. No excuses, right?
Yeah. No excuses.
So how, since you first got started, how has the Minecraft community changed?
I mean, it's definitely changed. All communities are going to evolve. I've noticed recently there's been a lot more drama happening as people, especially older creators that have left, end up being like, oh, Minecraft's dead. Oh, it's a good thing I got out when I did. Or, oh, everybody doing it's fake. That's been a very big thing, especially recently. And I don't know what's happened all of a sudden to spark all that, but it's going to happen. People are going to grow out of the game and people are going to go change the stuff. But you can't, Minecraft's the furthest thing from dead possible. There's also a lot more drama recently. A lot of people come in, so a lot of people have grown suddenly, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that have taken off in this last year, especially. A lot of my friends, actually. A lot of my friends have blown up recently. So a lot of more people are coming in too. because it started, they see there's an opportunity to get fame or to get their money, whatever you want. There's been a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more what I call fake people. They're not in YouTube for the right reasons, in my opinion.
You know, that actually leads me to the next question, right? Is because people in YouTube, look at you already putting down some wheat, man, killing it. People create their YouTube channels and they have these expectations for, you know, what is success, right? And personally, I think that a lot of people might come in with the wrong expectations for success. And I think that that's exactly what you just said too, is they're doing it for the wrong reasons. So, you know, how do you personally define success? And what are some of the ways? Well, I'll save that question next. How do you personally define success?
So I mean, yeah, obviously everybody's definition of success is going to be different. It can range from money to, oh, if I don't get a Lamborghini in a set amount of years, I'm not successful. It's all depending on who you are. Personally, as long as I'm happy, I feel like I'm successful. As long as I'm doing what I love and I'm doing what I'm passionate about, I'm successful in my eyes. Obviously, there is that money thing. I have a huge goal to get a Lamborghini at some point because when I was 9 years old, I went to a car show and I was looking at a Lamborghini. Some guy walked up to me and said, "Oh, you'll never be able to get that, kid. Just keep looking." So that's what actually sparked all of this. So that's why I'm working 20-hour days and going crazy. But yeah, so it's dependent on you. Obviously, there's goals that go along, but at the end of the day, as long as I'm happy and I'm making other people happy, I'm good. I'm successful.
That's cool. So you actually do YouTube full time?
No, I'm doing YouTube full time right now. Luckily, my parents have given me a pretty good position. I'm still living at home for now, but I'm considering moving out with one of my YouTube buddies.
Nice.
On my team. But I've been lucky to have pretty fortunate positions, and recently I've had some pretty good monetary gains, I guess, which has helped. Been able to continue the dream. That's
fantastic. Good, man. You know, congrats on that. I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
Yeah. So within, you know, now we've looked at you and like you find success as if you're doing something that makes you happy and you get to live and, you know, make a little bit of money and hopefully get that Lambo one day. What are some ways that you see other creators defining success that you think might not be the most realistic or the most healthy ways of defining success? Like maybe there's some creators out there that you see and you're like, man, like you could be awesome, but you're going about this the wrong way. Is there a wrong way to define success?
Yes and no. It depends on how you're treating others, I guess. If your main goal is to get subscribers and you're passionate about what you're doing to get the subscribers, that's fine. That's great. If that's your goal and that's what you need to feel that you're successful, then by all means go for it. But at the same time, you can't disrespect people because you have more subs or they have less subs than you or anything. Or even if you're a smaller creator, you can't just go around saying, oh, the bigger YouTubers aren't that. They're not working or they're not doing this, or just criticizing people unfairly, I guess. You can't really do that. You have to stick around your own boundaries and just focus on yourself. A lot of people in this community love to focus on other people. It seems like nobody's focusing on themselves. And that's something you have to do for sure if you're trying to continue your success.
Yeah.
And I feel like no matter how big you are, no matter what your success goal is, at the end of the day, you want to stay humble, because so many people lose that. They lose that gratitude in my eyes.
No, that's I think those are some good points there. You know, we talk about within that video, right? They discussed how bigger YouTubers might be elitist, or they have cliques, or that they don't treat small creators fairly, or that small creators have to work twice as hard as big creators, things like that. You know, one question that I've had for a long time is, are there gatekeepers, right? And what I mean by that is, are there bigger YouTubers who do look down on smaller creators and prevent them from growing and make it more difficult? And is that something that small creators need to be concerned about?
Yeah, there's definitely people that are larger that look down on smaller creators, but there's also the same way back. There's also smaller creators looking up to big YouTubers and being like, yeah, they're not nothing. They did this to get successful, or they did this weird thing to get successful. And I mean, it goes both ways. But as far as can you be successful even though these people are like this and looking down on you? Absolutely. That guy that told me that I would never have a Lamborghini at that car show when I was 9 years old absolutely could have held me back from accomplishing my goals.
Yeah.
He could have, instead of sparking me to go work harder, he could have easily just made me give up on whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
But I didn't. There's going to be those people no matter what. That's just part of it. You get used to it. It's going to happen no matter what. But I don't think there's people holding you back, especially not in the community as YouTubers. There's nobody holding you back. There's nobody saying, yeah, you can't do this. You're not going to be able to do this because I said so. It's just not a thing that happened.
So when you hear smaller creators who say that, right, because people have criticisms, and whether their perspective might be true or not, they still have that perspective. They still have a valid perception of what's going on. So when you hear smaller creators say that there are big YouTubers who don't want to work with them and make it hard for them to, create a career out of this, or they make it impossible, or they make you work twice as hard, or whatever kind of negativity that's there. When you hear smaller YouTubers saying that sort of stuff, do you think there's some something else that might be going on? Is it to make them have that perception? Is it the drama that you were referring to earlier? You mentioned that there's more drama in the community now than there has been in the past in different ways. Do you think that part of it is that there's just a lot of drama that's not really that doesn't really have much of a foundation to it? Or what's going on there? Why do people have this perception? Because as a small YouTuber myself, I hear a lot of people. I talk to a lot of small creators, and I hear a lot of these same complaints from small YouTubers, is that they can't get ahead. So what do you think it is that causes people to have that perception, and how can they change their perspective to see the reality?
I want to be honest with you. I think it's just 110% an excuse for when they're not getting the views that they hope for, or the subscriber gain that they hope for. A lot of people don't realize how long this game truly takes. Like I said earlier, I've been doing YouTube for 7 years, 6 years on this channel, and I'm at 60K, which is amazing. But it's not huge YouTuber, huge career, Lamborghini money or anything like that. I'm not anywhere close to that. And I've been doing it for 6 years. And a lot of these people that are complaining they've been doing it for 2, maybe 3 years, and they're like 20K.
Yeah,
like that's amazing. It's 20,000 subscribers. A lot of people, to me, seem like they forget. Like they're just looking at the numbers. You got to remember, every one of those people, every one of those subscribers is a single person, or every one of those views is a person that watched. Like some people are like, oh, I only got 20 views today. That's 20 people. That's a classroom full of people. A small classroom, but it's a classroom full of people. It's insane. And everybody wants to compare themselves to the next person.
Yeah.
You can't compare yourself to somebody else. You got to focus on yourself.
Dude, I see a lot of people who work super hard, right? And they might say that, and they don't necessarily see that as an excuse. They're like, no, like they're going to hear you and they're going to be like, what is Panda talking about? Like, I work hard, and like I'm not making any excuses.
Oh yeah, you could work hard, and you could work hard for a long time and not get anywhere.
Well, then what do you think? Is there anything that is preventing creators from growing, or is it just time? Is it just a time thing? They need to stick with it.
I don't think there's anything preventing you from growing, in my opinion. It's time. It's gonna take time, unless you get there's a luck element to this as well on YouTube. But I don't think it's a lot of time. There's nothing preventing you. As long as you're passionate and love what you're doing, you can do it. It's a long-term game. A lot of people play this in the short term.
Yeah.
but it's definitely a long-term game.
You know, one of the comments that kept coming up in the video and in the comments on that video and in conversations that I've had is that YouTubers can't create the content that they enjoy. They feel like they have to they have to go viral, right? They've got to get lucky. They've got to go viral. They have to put out trending content and things like that. What do you think about that comment? Let me just follow up on that and say they don't enjoy the trending content, right? They say, I don't want to make the trending content, but I have to if I'm going to succeed.
Yeah, I 110% disagree with that.
So you think that that's another excuse?
That's being ingenuine in my eyes. You can't be ingenuine because that's playing the short term. If you're doing the clickbaity, you're doing the trending, whatever you got to do to get those views, right? You don't have to. You just have to be passionate and love what you're doing, because at the end of the day, it's going to take time. Even if you do these super passionate videos, or I mean, these super clickbaity videos, and you're doing them, it's still there's a large chance it's not going to work.
Yeah,
just because so many people are doing it, right? Now, obviously, one of those could blow up and you get huge, but how long is that going to last?
Yeah, yeah.
If you did content that you didn't enjoy, you're not passionate about, you're not going to want to keep creating that content. You're going to burn out on it. It's just going to happen.
Sure.
And people don't really see that. They see the short term, oh, I'll get some views and then I'll just make another one. But you're not going to be able to. You're going to burn out very quickly. So if you want to turn YouTube into something more than just being a one-hit wonder, you got to do stuff that you're passionate about. And it's going to take time. That's just a given. You could get very lucky and it could take a couple months, it could take a year, or it could take 10 plus years. You never know. But if, as long as you keep doing what you're passionate about and doing what you enjoy, you can make it go far, because eventually something's going to happen. Either the community's going to come around and say, hey, that's actually a really cool idea, or hey, let me give that a shot, and they'll actually enjoy it and tell their friends. Anything like that could happen, and you could blow up. It's going to grow over time. It could, but you have to change up with your passions as well. If you're not on your passions, you're not going to turn this into a long-term thing. It's going to be all short-term game for you.
And short-term game just doesn't last. You know, let's actually flip it up, you know, because we've talked about a couple of the negatives, right? We've said this doesn't work, and I've seen on Twitter some other comments, you know, from you about long-lasting tactics that some YouTubers are not they're not using. They're using short-term tactics that will cause long-term burnout, just like you described now. So what are some positive things that YouTubers can do to create content that they're passionate about and stay excited about it that will lead to long-term success? What are some good things that actually could work for them?
Well, first off, you have to find what you love. You got to try things out, and you got to figure out, okay, what do I like? What don't I like? What do I enjoy making? What am I having fun making? At the end of the day, YouTube should be something you're enjoying and you're having fun. It should be something you're having that you enjoy and that you're passionate about and having fun with. Because at the end of the day, like I said, as long as I'm happy, I'm successful. So that's my view is, as long as I'm happy, I'm successful. So in order to be happy, obviously, you have to be doing something I love. If I was just making these clickbaity, like Steve videos or whatever's popular right now, the horror, whatever that all that stuff is, if I was making that, I don't enjoy making that content. So, but I mean, I can try it out and see if I enjoy it. But if I don't enjoy, I'm not going to continue it. And it's you have to figure out what you love, what you enjoy. And then you have to figure out your fan base, and then you can mold stuff around them. You can learn what they are all about, what they like on your channel, and then you mold stuff around them. Because at the end of the day, your fan base is here watching you too. Yeah. And it's unfair to say, oh, just do what you love, do what you love. But obviously your fan base, you want to grow it around stuff that you love, right? So it's kind of complicated to figure that all out. And that just takes time, of course. But as soon as you figure out, okay, what I love, what my fan base loves, now how do I put these together? How do I make that the idea?
Yeah, I had just made a video yesterday, and it was about, you know, even changing our goals and setting realistic goals so that, like for me, right? I don't have this major goal of having thousands or millions of subscribers. And my goal is to create content that is helpful to me. Like as I'm learning things, as I learned from you, as I learned from other creators about running a successful Minecraft server, I'm learning. And so I'm sharing that information. And I'm going to build a community around that. Right. And so like, that is my goal. And so if I'm not hitting those big numbers, if I'm not making a ton of money, that's okay, because my goal is not to be those things. It's not to do those things. Right. So like it's very easy for me to look at a video and say, I don't want to create that type of video, because this is for me an educational video. That's why, we're doing this podcast. So I guess my point is, hearing what you're saying and totally agreeing and being like, yeah, people, I think we really do need to take it seriously and say, what is the content that I want to create, and how does that help me to succeed in the way that I define success, right? I've got a trident dude throwing stuff at, so I'm going back inside. Right. So like, for me, that's really easy. I know the content that I want to create, but there are definitely other people who are just like, I want to grow and I want to have a ton of subscribers and I want to make money and all this stuff. And it might be a little bit more difficult. Can you give some ideas to how people, I know that there's a million ways, but can you give some thoughts on how people might be able to change and adapt their content so that they stay happy with it, but their community also enjoys it?
Well, if your community sees what you're enjoying, at the end of the day, your audience is going to tell what you're enjoying and what you're not enjoying. You can think you're the world's best actor, but at the end of the day, eventually your audience is going to see, he's not really enjoying those videos. He's not really putting everything he has into those videos. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You have to enjoy those videos. So if you're not doing what you're loving, your audience is eventually going to see through it. And
you know what's funny? Go on.
Go ahead.
Well,
I say real quick.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that I think that it's super funny you say that, because that was exactly what I was hoping you would say, and I swear we didn't talk about that beforehand. But man, you hit it right on the nail. Is that like people definitely can feel it if you aren't enjoying what you're creating, and most of the people, like you said, there are so many people out there who create YouTube content, right? That it's like whatever you're doing, somebody else is probably doing it too. The question is, are you enjoying it so much that your community is also enjoying it with you, and your excitement for whatever the content is? So, man, I think you hit it right on the nail there. And I just wanted to point that out. Sorry to interrupt you, but I loved that comment there.
Yeah, no problem. So, yeah, I mean, just like I'm saying, at the end of the day, if you're not doing what you're loving, you're not doing what you're enjoying, you're not going to ever be able to get that mass amount of subscribers.
Yeah.
Because even if you get one viral video, yeah, you get the views, but are you going to get the subscribers? Not really. Nobody's going to stay put after.
That's the question.
You might gain, because I mean, I've seen viral videos where you get 1 million views, and you could get a good amount of subscribers. You can get upwards like 50K, right? If you get a really good viral video, it could happen. But that's only 50K. That's not your big goal of 1 million or whatever. And the only way you're going to continue to go off of that is if you're doing stuff that you actually enjoy.
Yep, most definitely. Cool. So let's switch gears a little bit, and wanted to talk specifically more about the Minecraft community and what you think is going on. Get your perspective on, what's going on in the Minecraft community, what is good and what's bad, and what can change. How can we, as creators, you and I and the others who are listening, what can we do to help the Minecraft community continue to grow? So yeah, that's a really big question, but we'll just start off. I'll simplify it and ask, what is good that's happening in the Minecraft community right now that you're really enjoying?
There's a lot of hungry people out there right now. There's a lot of people who want whatever they want right now. They want it bad, and that's good. That's really good to have that passion. And there's people that want stuff. They want it, and they want that success or whatever whatever driving them. They want it. That's good. There's a lot of people like that. Obviously, there's a lot of people that aren't like that right now, but there's a lot of people that are like that at the moment, and that's very, very good. That there's people that want whatever they want. There's also a lot of innovation. It's kind of slow right now because everybody's figuring out they got to innovate, but there's a lot of innovation happening, and it's the people that have figured it out are already doing it. And that's what you have to do. You have to keep innovating your content. You have to keep figuring out, what do people actually want from me? And then how do I make this a little bit different? How do I make this a little bit unique? How do I make myself stand out? So there's a lot of innovation going on, and there's a lot of hungry people. That's really good.
That's cool. That's a cool way to describe it too, is hungry people. People want to eat, man.
Yeah.
So now on the flip side, we talked about the drama earlier, some of the drama that has been popping up and going on. How can we combat that drama?
To be honest, you're never going to be able to combat drama. You're never going to be able to stop it. People are always going to want to just start stuff. They're always going to want to say something. If you're a YouTuber, what you got to do, you just got to learn to ignore it. You got to learn that. You got to learn the difference between constructive criticism and hate.
Yeah,
that's just part of it. There's a lot of people that will say, "Oh, any kind of constructive criticism is hate," but it's not. There's good and there's bad. You got to learn the difference, and then you got to learn not to let the hate get to you, and you got to let the constructive criticism make you better.
That's cool. That's cool. With regards to that, the ability to hear the criticism and take that seriously, right? And not give into it as if it's hate, though.
You can't take it as a personal attack.
Yeah. Some of the criticism of the Minecraft community, again, in that video, and I don't want to harp on that video too much. I do agree with some of the points that were made. And I'm definitely not against those creators making that video personally. So I don't want to harp on that too much, but they talked about some of the criticism that might come from other creators. And, sometimes, like, for example, Panda, let's be real here. I have 233 people, and that is a lot of people. In one room. I don't think we could all fit inside of my apartment here. That's a lot of people, right? But you have almost 60,000, or maybe a little bit more than 60,000, which can fill most sports stadiums, right? And so, if I'm talking to you and you have influence, you have authority, even just in my mind, maybe somebody with 1 million subscribers might not necessarily think so, right? I don't know. There's different people with different experiences, but you have authority, and small creators, we hear criticism from larger creators, and we take that as hate. How can small creators have a conversation with big creators, with people with a large, substantial following, and not take that personal criticism, not take things as attacks, not take things as elitism? What's a way that you think that people can approach you or have a conversation with you or with other larger creators or medium-sized creators and say, like, okay, I'm going to hear what you have to say without taking personal offense at this?
Well, I mean, first you got to change your mindset. If you think anything that's negative or doesn't agree with you is hate, you got to change that right now. There's always going to be people that disagree with you. As far as trying to have a conversation with a bigger YouTuber, like I love what you did on Twitter. You heard out both sides, and then you actually said your points. You said why you agreed with me and stuff that you didn't agree with me, and that was to get my attention. You weren't one of those people that after I made my post, where it was like, oh, he's just an idiot. He just doesn't agree with her. He's wrong. Like, I had a lot of that after I made that post. There's a lot of people like, oh, he's just an idiot. He doesn't agree with her, or he doesn't agree with him, or whatever. Like, there's people that like that after drama, and those are the people that you just got to kind of tune out. But if you got to be open, if you're gonna share your opinion, you got to be open for debate. It's just part of it. It's what happens when you share your opinion. There's gonna be people that agree. There's gonna be people that disagree.
Yeah. With that video, let's actually take one last look at that video. And were there any points that were made in that video, one, that you did agree with, and two, that you did not, that we didn't necessarily talk about during our chat today?
I remember, I forget who it was. It was somebody that said that it's hard to do YouTube. I don't remember where or how it was up, but that's, off the top of my head, that's the only thing I can really remember that I did agree with. It takes a lot of time to do this game. I remember there was a somewhat valid thing that was brought up. It was like, I've been doing YouTube for 3 years, but what do I have to show for it? And instead of you taking that negatively, you can think about that in a more positive way. It's like, okay, so I've been doing this for 3 years. Let's say I got 10K. That's 10,000 people.
Yeah.
Now, it's a video, obviously. It's never going to happen. You're never going to get that. But as you think about it, you're like, okay, I got 300 views on this video, and it got 100 likes. Like, that's 100 people that enjoyed the video. Yeah. And then I got comments saying, oh, that's a great video. Thanks for making it. You cheered my day up. That's what you have to show for it. That's what you have to show for yourself. You made somebody's day. You made somebody happy. You did something you enjoyed, and you made somebody happy for it.
Yeah.
That's incredible to me.
That's a great point, is we don't want to lose sight of the fact that these are human beings that are watching us, right? And
these aren't numbers.
Yeah.
They're not just random numbers given to us by YouTube. YouTube's not like, today give them 200 views. Go ahead. That's not happening. It's a real person over there.
Yeah. That's a super good point. What is something that you wish you had known before you uploaded your first video?
I wish I would have known how much hate and criticism there was going to be.
Oh.
And how many hateful and trolls and stuff there's going to be. A lot of people don't really realize that. So I knew when I started it was going to take time. I knew it was, for some reason, that was already in my mind. I was like, well, if I do this, it's going to take a lot of time, and I can't let that get to me. But I wasn't really prepared on because I thought, okay, nobody's really going to watch this. Like, we'll be fine. But there was so much hate on my first videos. Yeah. There was a lot of drama around my first videos, and just being mentally prepared for that, I think, would have benefited me.
Cool. Is there any last bits of advice that you would like to give to small creators to go along those lines?
Just don't let people get to you. Don't let words hurt you. You gotta be prepared for it. There's gonna be haters. There's gonna be criticizers. Just no matter what, there's gonna be people that are gonna disagree with you. There's gonna be people that hate on you, and it's part of the game. And you just gotta try your best to not let it get to you. You gotta stay focused on whatever your goal is, and make sure that you're having fun and that you're happy. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
You know, I'm hearing repeatedly, basically, this same thing, this pattern from you of, don't worry about what the trends are. Worry about what you're passionate about. Don't worry about what the critics say. Worry about what you're enjoying. Don't worry about the hate that comes at you. You know, just take it, hear it, and put it in the back of your mind and keep going. And
use it as fuel. If you're getting hate, use it as fuel.
Dang. Use it as fuel.
I said it in the end of my post.
Yep.
I shouted out the people hating on me. I was like, thank you. You guys fuel me.
That's
what it's all about.
That is super good. And I might get some hate from saying this, but I'm a big Eminem fan, or I was. and he always talks about that. Use what your enemies say against as fuel, right? So they talk about you turn that around and get energized by it. And so,
like that guy from the car meet or the car show 9 years when I was 9, he told me, "Look, you can't do it." That's fueled me ever since.
That's super dope. That's super cool. Well, man, I have 2 questions left. Well, one really. This question that I ask everybody, and I think I already know your opinion here a little bit, but I would love to know right now for my audience. Can you tell us, is Minecraft dying?
Not at all. It's so far from dying. It's growing and it's changing. There's change happening. People are changing, but it's not dying.
Well, what do you say to those big YouTubers you mentioned early on, right? The old heads out there who quit, they move on to other games, they leave YouTube, whatever. When they say Minecraft is dying, what's your response to them?
Minecraft died for them. It hasn't died for the community. There's new people coming up to replace those old people.
Boom.
It's not over. It's over for them. It's over in their heads, but it's not over for everybody.
Super good, man. That's super good. I love that answer. I I don't particularly love our build here.
Yeah, I mean, it's about what I expected with me here building.
No, man. I mean, I'm the one who made these decisions on the stone floor and then the sign ceiling. That was a terrible idea. I was just like,
what? It's unique, right?
We'll try it out. It's unique. That's right.
Form what's down the road. This is going to be the style, I'm telling you.
That's right. Well, hey, thanks so much, Panda, for being with me here today. You've given some great ideas. You've been encouraging to me, and I'm sure that other people are going to feel encouraged as well. Can you tell my audience where they can find you?
Yeah, so you guys can find me anywhere. It's basically /PandaFire11 no matter where you go. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, PandaFire11. And then once again, I'm all over my girlfriend's channel too, MoondustBri. So make sure you go down there and check that out as well.
Cool. Very, very cool. I will have all those links down in the show notes. But yeah, man, hey, thanks again. And I look forward to continuing to have this conversation. I hope that, maybe we can chat some more about it and solve some more problems that might pop up in the Minecraft YouTuber world together. But yeah, okay. Hey guys, I hope that you enjoyed this as well. This has been an exciting time. Go out down in the description below or in the show notes. Check out those links. Go hang out with PandaFire on Instagram and Twitter and all that, and check out his YouTube channel. I will also have the links to his girlfriend's channel down in that description below. But make sure that you leave some comments down on this video. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're on iTunes, leave a review or check out frontoftheserver.com and you can send me a message with your thoughts on this exact subject. And I will pick some of the best comments and I will make a video about them. And maybe we can do some more conversation, response, comments type videos in the future. But yeah, make sure you get in touch if you enjoyed this content. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. It has been a real pleasure being here with Panda and being here with you. And I will see you all next time. Peace.